Hello, hello. Hi, I'm Lolli Ppoppo. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. Hello, hello, surrounded by perverts. Hope you're doing well. I am ready for tomorrow to be Friday. this week was this week was a week. It's hard coming off of a vacation week, I'll say. But it's all good, all good. Yeah. All right. Let me get all teed up for the game. What did you miss while we were in class? Yeah. Um, yeah. So those boards got pried up, and there was a little bit of water. Like, so there's the wood like flooring, and then there's like plastic, a layer of plastic underneath, and then there's like the concrete underneath, right? And so the plastic part had some water, but there wasn't any water under the plastic part, which is good. That means the plastic part's doing its thing. And yeah, so they had to pry up a bunch of boards. I asked to save one so that I could try and match as best I can. And yeah. So that's that's where I'm at. So 33% of the room has no floor or like no tile, and but it's safe, it's fine. Luckily there's no mold, there's no residual water, so it's in good shape, but it's just one less thing. Yeah, and the tiles were discontinued. That's correct. That's correct. So Carrie, hi, happy Thursday, hope you're doing well. Yeah. So you didn't miss too much other than, me kind of lamenting about that. I drew 3 pictures yesterday. Guru, thank you so much for the sub. Woohoo! Appreciate it. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. I was just talking about my week, and yeah. Oh, Carrie. Oh, I hope it goes well. Yeah. Uh do you yeah, I I hope that whatever you have, it heals quickly. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Thank you for the alert, Guru. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I drew 3 things. They were different too. Like, it was all the same diagonal profile. The face structure looked similar, but it was 3 different hairstyles. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, I've been getting slowly worse the last 2 weeks. Okay, well, good for you you know, to finally be like, okay, this has I've not shaken it off. It is time to go somewhere. Yeah, yeah. If it doesn't heal, make sure to take your enemies down with you. No, 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 no. Just do your best to heal. Mochi, what's the matter? She fussing. She fussing. I'll try and take her for a nice longer walk. We did some ball time today, and I think I know Mochi likes that, but it's never enough. So maybe a long walk will be nice tomorrow. So yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I don't have Friday plans, as far as I know. So I'm just gonna relax, get some stuff done around the house, but like, yeah, for political reasons, you want. Yeah, yeah. I see. Sounds good, Carrie. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I voted this week, and my vote. I don't want to say it didn't matter, but it does not feel. It's not a feels good kind of situation right now. Yeah, I remember that was the case, Carrie. That you were like, oh, it might be strep, but I've had that before. But man, that's no fun. Breathing problems, no fun. Bronchitis, like just that, like pain to like even just breathe, exist, swallow, eat, drink, anything. Like that's such a pain. So I'm sorry. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I hope that that a lot of people because I know sometimes people can get disheartened when it feels like their vote doesn't matter, but it's also like a really beautiful opportunity and catalyst for people to start showing up in places that they didn't think that they could before. So I feel like, yeah, that we have had some folks who are just kind of like, I don't like the way this is going, so I'm gonna run. And so now we're seeing a level of like representation that is, you know, that's like very much bucking the system. So yeah. Yeah, your my county was the odd ones out every votes need to be counted even if they don't feel as impactful as we would like. Yeah, no, and I say that in, you know, half jest, like your vote, my vote did count. It's just more, you know, more folks came out, uh, you know, for the other side, and that's okay. So it's always a good practice to do your civic duty and do your best. So, but yeah, neither here nor there. We'll we'll go ahead and yeah. You've legit been thinking about running in your city because your current mayor is pretty largely. Yeah, largely we would not be sad if the truck that hit her backed up a few times. No, I see, Carrie. mm. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's, like I said, a really exciting chance. And I understand that like politics doesn't look super glamorous right now. It's kind of a scary place to be, you know, depending on what your viewpoints are. But I do hope that that enough people are just kind of like, no, this person does not represent me, and he, you know, I represent me now. So, but yeah. Alrighty, let's get the game going. Let me see. Let me pull up my guide. Otome. Okay, Otome Kitten, Seiya. Yeah, I use Otome Kitten. They do a lot of walkthroughs and reviews for Otome games. They're really good. So I usually reference their playthroughs so that I can just try and not get mortared by my boyfriendos. No, there's no music right now. Yeah. There's about to be, though. Tell me. You should hear some voices chattering. I did make some adjustments for my sound, so I hope that my sound is a little bit better than it was last week. I know that we were having problems. So yeah, you hear chatter. Okay, great news. Okay. All right, so last we left off, we should build a Lolli into playing Warframe for a community night sometime. Ooh, okay. I don't know. I don't know Warframe, but I'll look into it, and I would love to do a community something or other soon enough. Yeah, yeah. I keep saying that, and I just have not had the sit down to like organize and really think through it. But that's the nice thing. Tomorrow I don't have any plans on the books, so I will. Yeah. Bully, you do not think I'll enjoy it? Oh, I see. It's a shooter game? I see. Okay. I'll at least look into it. And you know what? This is a good opportunity for me to test out my anti-nausea like band, my relief band, because it's been doing work on the plane. So I have not tried it with games yet, though. So I'd like to give it a go. So yeah. I'll take a look. No promises. Whatever. Okay, what happened last time? Let's see. We met Reika, and we were like, uh-oh. And then she's trying to go mortar her boyfriend in the mortal realm, and Seiya's just like, ah, shoot. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, she got on the train, so it says a little time had passed since we watched Reika board the train. Though I'd done extensive research, I still hadn't found a way back to the mortal realm.
顔色が悪いようですが、やはり無理しているのでは?
Oh, that silly Reika's up to shenanigans again. Exactly. That Reika just always looking to Mordor. I'm fine. I was lying. Truth be told, I felt quite sick. I could tell the air in hell was slowly but surely eroding my body. With each passing hour, my body grew more languid. I wonder how much more of this I can take. I couldn't afford to be anxious, but the more I told myself that, the more nervous I got. Ah, what you resist persists.
無理はなさらないでください。心配事があれば何でも私に相談してくださいね。あなたの心労を少しでも和らげることができるなら、それに勝るものはないのですから。
I could tell Seiya was catching on to the fact that I was anxious. Yet he didn't pry. He merely offered kind words. Thank you. And your being so considerate in and of itself makes me feel a bit better.
そう言っていただけて私も嬉しいですよ。あまり根を詰めすぎても精神的によろしくありませんし、適度に気分転換をしなさい。
I'll be sure to do that. For a while, I continued my research within the safety of the walls of the home. But in the end, I was unable to find any new clues, and so I headed to the Ho courtyard to relax. I sat on a bench near the Khalifa tree and let the soft breeze caress my cheek. If this keeps up, will I really be okay? I gasped, shaking my head. No, I can't let myself think like this. I've got to stay positive. Chop down the Ho tree, no! I couldn't return to the mortal realm like this, but I still didn't know what I was supposed to do. As these thoughts filled my mind, I took comfort in the fact I had been making progress. The fact that God brought me here meant that there was a burden I had to overcome. I could finally collect my thoughts. I'll be fine. I just have to stay strong. I looked up at the Khalifa tree. Smoot ghosts and take names. The serene air raised my mood. Come to think of it, even in the mortal realm, I felt gloomy. I remembered the days I ran away from thinking about my future. I was so anxious it hurt. Honestly, it felt like I was in hell. Oh, could that be the reason that God sent me here? Because as long as I kept running from my problems, I still ended up in hell. I see. I needed to face my fears. I had to confront my burden. Suddenly, my body felt light. I'll be fine. I'm going to go visit him. Ooh, who's him? Which him? Which him? Seiya or Mino? Let me see. 1 second, let me save. Alright, chapter 5. Feels like I'm in hell. It's almost as if that's literally where I am or something. Yeah. It's like, hell is so hellish. I had no idea. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? Okay, we're gonna go see Seiya. I bet he's at the Ho. Tatsuo, hi! Happy Thursday. You haven't missed too much. We are, last we left off, Crazy Reika boarded the train to the mortal realm, and so we're trying to figure out our life and be like, why did we get sent here? And so I think we've figured it out. It's like, okay, we've got to overcome our own burden. But I'm good. I hope you are too. I was wandering around the Ho building, hoping to run into Seiya. I talk about anything else after the floorboards? I don't remember. I mean, like, if I did, it was probably not anything super notable. Yeah. You know, just this and that. Just yaps. We probably talked about food and more like BL, you know? I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, there he is. He sure looks down. Hey, 350! Nice work, Tatsuo. Keep up the great work. I'm happy to hear that. New goal 365. I love it. I love that. What's wrong, Seiya?
ああ、あなたでしたか。いえ、何でもありません。それよりも、どうしたんですか？
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah. Okay, I hear you surrounded by birds, but I'm not a stenographer. I didn't take, you know, like I don't have any more information for you. Sorry. Yeah, gotcha. It sure doesn't seem like nothing's wrong. I was looking for you, Seiya. I was wondering what you're up to. I wanted to talk about something but couldn't.
私の様子を気にしてくれるとは嬉しい限りです。ありがとうございます。
Normally, he would react way more enthusiastically about this. Something was definitely wrong. Maybe he's tired. Ah, that's right. If it's not too much trouble, do you want to chat for a little bit? Take your mind off things?
あなたの優しい提案、ぜひともお受けしましょう。
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
はあ、あなたが天使のように見えます。実は、私が休んでいる間、問題が発生したようでしてね。結構な大問題でして、未だ解決の糸口が見つからず、へきへきしていたのですよ。
Green Yoshi, hi! Hello, happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, Green Yoshi, your cosplay, your little mushroom cosplay, you are a darling. So cute. It was really good. Yeah, the hat, the whole thing. Very, very nice. It looked like you had a good time, so I'm happy to hear that. But yay! Congrats. On to the next thing. On to the next cosplay, right? I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a week, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow being Friday and then, you know, the weekend coming up. So, yeah. He really does seem exhausted. You haven't missed too much. We just, last we left off, crazy Reika boarded the train to the mortal realm, and that's not our problem, I guess. Yeah, if only today was Friday. Agreed. If that was the case... Oh, Mochi, it's okay. No, not again. Not again Mochi barking, or not again something else? Oh, Reika. Yeah. We can't get away from her. What's Mochi upset about? I think she's looking out the window. I think there's just somebody walking their dog at night. But let me see. The door is cracked, but she's not pushing it open right now. So I'm gonna do that and show her. Leave it? Like I said, we got ball time, but I think she'll appreciate a longer walk tomorrow. If that was the case, bringing up something unrelated could have helped distract him. What topic would cheer him up? Let's see, what topic? Love disposition. I don't mind that. Love disposition. always been a hopeless romantic?
昔からというと、いつからのことを指しているのか分かりかねますが、生前はそれどころではありませんでしたから、死者になってからでしょうか。
Hey Seiya, how long have you been extra for? On a scale of 0 to extra, he seemed not to know either and cocked his head in thought. Maybe the atmosphere in hell made you feel lonely. That's why you long to fall in love? That's what I think anyway.
そう考えるということは、あなたは今現在、人恋しいと。
Oh no, I don't live here. I'm just here. Yeah. I'm just on vacation here. Huh? Well, no. I was just thinking about you. I'm not saying that I'm longing for someone. Despite my rebuttals, Seiya seemed to have gotten the wrong idea. I'm just here for the food. I'm just here for the Wi-Fi.
私の胸はいつでも開いています。あなたを抱きしめるためにね。
Hi, Mochi. You're so sweet. What? I don't need a hug.
ああ、抱きしめる方じゃないと。なるほど、意外にも過激なのですね。
Yeah, you're not special or anything. I just get very lonely. I think I've talked about this before, but Sarah Pascoe, comedian, she talks about the term. She's like, I don't really like the term single. I much prefer very, very lonely.
いいでしょう。いつでも脱ぐ覚悟はできています。続きは私の自宅で。
I'm seeing myself out. I concluded that Seiya always had a predisposition for love and made a vow that I would never bring it up ever again.
ありがとうございます。あなたのおかげでいい息抜きができました。
You got to the doctor super early? Okay, okay. Well, hopefully it's like one of the like rare moments that they're just kind of like, you're early? We'll see you early versus like, you're early? Well, we're still going to be late for your original appointment. That happens to me a lot at the doctor's office. As he spoke, he bowed his head low in gratitude. This is all I can do to help, but I wish I could do more.
あなたの手を借りるようではいけません。あなたはあなたでご自分のことを優先してください。
All the patients before you mysteriously died, so we bumped you up on the list. I think I hear my mom calling me. I gotta go. There's a cancellation that they're waiting to confirm, and if they do, then you get in early. But she was supposed to beat you here by like 15 minutes. Okay. Well, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Yeah.
というか、本当は私を気遣ったわけではなく、用事があって声をかけてきたのでしょう。
You did just realize that you left your wallet and insurance card at home, so there's hoping they forget to ask for it. Oh no. I mean, maybe while you're waiting, if you're able to like look that up. I don't know if it's like if you have an online portal that you can like pull up your credentials or whatever for it, but yeah, maybe that. Oh, that's no fun. Luckily, so I've been working at the same place for a long time, so I have not had to update my insurance for a long time. So they always go, the one on file? It's like, yeah, probably. Way ahead of me. You got it. Carrie knows what's up. Yeah. Maybe go back for the. I mean, I think if you're already there, I think it's a matter of like, do your best. Unless you're like close, unless you're like around the corner. But even then, it's like, eh. But it sounds like you got it. Sounds like Carrie's on it. So that's true, but he was right on target. But seeing him so tired, I naturally wanted to help. I also feel like talking with you is one of the things I needed to do. I couldn't exactly put my emotions into words, and it came out vague. However, Seiya seemed to understand, and he smiled back at me.
あなたが優しい人だというのは分かっています。ただ、時にその優しさが私を傷つけるのです。
Oh, is that a problem?
迷惑だなんてとんでもない。あなたに話しかけられて嬉しくないことなどありません。ただその優しさが恋愛感情からなのかそうでないのかで私の心持ちが変わってくるものですから。
He's bringing this up again? Caught off guard by his sudden shift, I realized he was back in the world of fantasy. Yeah. Oh, Tatsu is still tired from yesterday. You ran 6 flights. Yikes. Well, good for you, though. Good job. Yeah. I hope it went well, but yeah, get you some rest. I know you were cleaning up too, like yesterday. So hopefully it's all clean. Put your feet up, relax. Fall asleep, but rest your eyes. There you go again, steering the conversation in that direction.
ご安心を。ちゃんと分かっています。同情心から話しかけてくれたと。
All clean. Good job, Tatsuo. Very nice. Wait, so he was just teasing me? Seiya grinned, looking amused. You seem rather busy, so don't worry about me. I tried to leave, but he pulled me close, his hand gently gracing my cheek.
まだ顔色が悪いようですね。
I'm fine. I grew nervous as he drew closer.
少し赤みを帯びてきたか。
No.
仕事はもうしばらくかかりそうですから、私の部屋で休んでいてください。
Ooh, he's telling me to wait in his room. Ooh. No, I don't feel like napping while you're working hard.
いえ、眠れる時に眠っておくに越したことはありません。
Put on this robe. Make yourself comfortable. And then like the lights dim and you hear the bwah, 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 bwah. I've been feeling fine.
HO に来てからは随分と顔色が良くなりましたが、体力は万全ではないはず。油断は禁物です。
Sir, I think you're going too fast. Oh no, she showed up 10 minutes late. Boo. You should boo from the waiting room. And she walks up and go, boo. Well, I'm sorry, Carrie. That's... They should have been like, nah, you're late. That's what should have happened. He may have a point. Actually, I knew he was right. Even inside the Ho building, I still felt fatigued. Still, I really didn't want to sleep.
大丈夫ですか?
I smiled reflexively, not wanting to worry Seiya given how busy he was. I'm fine. I can't afford to be gloomy until I'm back safe at home. Then I'll be a problem in the mortal world. Yeah. They're just gonna have to pay a late fee. It's fine. You'll go slash their tires. Yeah. Oh, man. Late fee. You know what? I don't like that. I don't like if they can charge you a late fee, but if they're late seeing you, you can't charge them a late fee. That's unfair. I don't like it. Health is important, so you would definitely be grateful to get your appointment despite being late. No, I hear you. And I think if you're late, you should still get your appointment, but like you don't get to cut at the front of the line, right? Now you're just next, right? So maybe that's my feeling, but I don't run the world. And maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm not always a consistently punctual person. I try to be, but I get it. Stuff happens. But I think I should rest a little bit. Maybe I will take you up on your offer to nap in your room. Be early everywhere. But I feel like being early has like also backfired in certain times. Not enough to not do it though. So you're right. That's probably a better option. Yeah, you're anxious, hence showing up 30 minutes early. Yeah. I'm glad they can see you today though. Like, I mean, because I have a situation where it's just kind of like, so I'm gonna go see an ENT about, you know, kind of my throat and my voice and that kind of stuff. And they were just like, cool, I guess we'll see you in January. Like, not even like early January, like late January. And it's like, yo, that sucks. But I did mark on my like appointment thing that it's like, let me, if a new opening comes up, let me know. So maybe I'll get to see them a little bit sooner, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Showing up early often works better often enough that when it goes poorly, you forget about it. Yeah, that's a good point. Like I said, it's true. There's only been like one time that I was like, if only I had dilly-dallied for 2 more minutes, this would have been different. So, I mean, I'm sure there's more than one moment like that, but the most recent situation in my mind was like, 2 minutes would have made the difference, man. Your city does have like 3 urgent cares in every district. I see. What happened? Oh, it was when I missed my when my flight was canceled. When I went to go see Stray Kids the second time. Like, basically, the weather was clear, everything looked good, everything said it was on time. I was like, I haven't printed out my boarding pass. Let me do that first, and then I'll go to the ladies' room. And had I done the other way, where it's like, I'm gonna go to the ladies' room first, and then I'm gonna get my boarding pass printed, I would have been exactly the right time in line for all of the flights to be canceled and for me to immediately either pick up another flight that maybe would have flown out same day, or known that my flight was not going to be till the next day and be able to call my friend immediately and be like, can I stay? Can I put my bag at your house? Yeah. So that's what happened. But because honestly, if it had happened in that order, I would have gone to see them again. I would have worn the same dress, been in the same, I brought my same sign, and yeah, I think I would have. But maybe it's for the best.
ええ、私が戻るまで眠って英気を養っておいてください。
I doubt they would remember the girl with the sign, but I don't know. It was a really good sign, though, man. I liked it a lot. Okay, thank you. Seiya then swiftly left the room. I guess I should sleep. I mean, I have to, right? I realized I had only slept twice since arriving in hell. And my first sleep wasn't restful at all. Minami had shown me a terrible nightmare, causing me to toss and turn. I know I'll get too tired eventually. Plus, I need to sleep so I don't continue to worry Seiya. Alright, what are my options? I'm gonna make an effort to sleep. Alright, time to get some rest. To prepare my heart, I said the words aloud. I took a determined step forward.
少し心配していましたが、あなたが思っていたよりも強い方で安心しました。
That voice? Was that coming from the pillar? Seiya emerged from behind a nearby pillar. Yoink! What are you doing?
様子を見ていたのです。あなたが強がっているのは目に見えていましたから。
This guy. I was just peeping. I'm just peeping. What's the problem? Guess he noticed. I immediately felt guilty for worrying him again. I'm sorry. It seems I made you worry yet again.
謝る必要はありません。私はいくらでも心配をかけていい相手なのですよ。あなたにはもう少し素直になってほしいものです。
He gave a wry smile. I can't do that. I'm already too much of a burden.
迷惑をかけてほしいと言っているのです。つまり甘えてほしいのですよ。心の闇は一人で抱え込んでいても広がるばかりです。あなたの心にある闇を完全に払うことはできませんが、少しの晴れ間を見せることくらいなら私にもできるでしょう。
Seiya. His words resonated deep within me. I felt a warmth spreading throughout my body. I'm really glad to have you by my side, Seiya.
あなたからそんな言葉をいただけるとは光栄です。少し大げさな気もしますが。
I'm not exaggerating. Your words really did move me.
感動。
Seiya placed a hand over his heart and raised the other into the air.
あなたの中に感動を巻き起こしてしまったとあれば、私は思っているよりも大きな存在に慣れてきているのですね。どうしたものか。聖者との恋など切なく悲しいものになるというのに。だがそれもいい。
This guy, oh my gosh. Calm down. Sir, just dial down the extra, please. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how. There he goes, lost in his own world again. I didn't want to interrupt, so I decided to leave quietly. The dial broke. Yeah. I'm going to sleep. Leaving Seiya behind, I made my way to his room. A trail of rose petals led all the way. After being left alone, I stared out the window. Maybe it's because it's near the Khalifa tree? That would explain the pure-smelling air. I wasn't sleepy yet, but I laid down on the sofa. I slowly breathed in and out. Whenever I think about sleeping, I suddenly find myself wide awake. Even still, after closing my eyes, I found my thoughts began to drift. I really am tired. I sure hope I don't have another nightmare. That explains the air. She who spelt it dealt it. Ah, but they who did the crime did the rhyme. Or maybe the other way. Whoever did the rhyme did the crime. I guess it works either way. But then whoever denied it supplied it. Yeah. Can't win. You can't win with these rhymes. Yep. Hey, same brain cell. Just as I felt myself falling asleep, a noise jolted me back to reality. Huh? The sound was coming from my pocket. Oh, it's the phone. Taking the phone out of my pocket and looking down at it, I saw the call was coming from Seiya. It's coming from inside the building. Hello?
ご無事ですか?
Yes, I'm fine. Is something wrong?
緊急事態です。すぐに部屋の鍵をかけて、そこから動かないように。
Oh no, Ho is being overrun. Okay. I had no clue what was happening, but Seiya's urgent tone told me it was serious. I rushed to the door to lock it, but just then, the door swung open. Uh-oh. A figure slowly entered through the opening. Someone I'd last seen at Kisaragi Station. Reika.
また会うとは思わなかった。
The last time we met, she attacked me, and yet Reika greeted me casually, as if encountering a classmate, and smiled. What are you doing here? She walked past me toward the back of the room. Huh? What are you doing here?
そんなに緊張しないでよ。レイカ、もうあなたには興味ないから。
I watched as Reika walked toward the elevator I'd used with Seiya before. I don't think I should just let her in there. I quickly glanced at my smartphone. The call was Seiya. It's still connected. I never hung up. Why are you here, Reika? I thought you returned to the mortal realm. I raised my voice, hoping Seiya would hear me through the phone.
あれれ、このエレベーター動かないんだけど。
Why are you trying to use the elevator to get to the mortal realm? Reika turned to face me, grinning wildly.
あなた、どうしてこれが写し置きだって知っているの？
Huh? Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. She glided toward me and snatched the smartphone out of my hands.
いけないんだ。悪い子にはお仕置きしないとね。
Ooh. Sorry, that was me, Lolli, reacting, not me reading the words. Like, ouch! The chandelier looks like a halo over her head. Yeah, she's such an angel, don't you know? Reika gripped my wrist tightly, digging her nails into my skin. She was surprisingly strong for someone so petite. Cap. Yeah.
大看守様、聞いてる？私を捕まえに来たら彼女を殺しちゃうんだから。
After spitting out the words, Reika threw the phone to the ground. Then she smashed it to pieces.
こうなりたくないでしょ？おとなしくついてきてね。
Reika grabbed me by the hair. Ouch! Pain shot through a million points on my scalp. More than that, my heart ached. I'm never useful to Seiya. I'm just a burden. He literally just told us to be a burden, though.
さあ、動かして。レイカ、やり方がわからないの。
Bitch, I don't work here. Just kidding. I don't know how this works. I'm also new. Wait a second. Dropped a thing. Alright. I don't know either. Only HO members can operate it.
それならおとなしく捕まれって言うの？嫌よ。捕まったら拷問地獄だもん。
I love that. I love that emoji, Green Yoshi.
そうだ。あなたに取り付いちゃえばいいんだ。その体なら何もできないよね。
Where are my Khalifa flowers? I should always have those petals on me, man. She pulled my hair, forcing me to look up at her. Don't!
聖者に乗り移るのは初めて。とっても楽しみ。
So convenient. Yeah, yeah. I struggled against her, but Reika's face came closer and closer, so her cold breath brushed against my cheek. And then... Uh-oh. I fell deep into the darkness. Am I gonna get possessed? Oh, I know what. Maybe she's gonna possess me, but then the succubus, or incubus, the demon, Minami, is gonna be like, no, I called dibs. And then they're gonna internally fight in my brain, and then both be expelled, and then I'll just be like, ah. Oh shoot! Well, that was short chapter. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. All right. Can't believe that. That's so short. Let's go ahead and save though. Some good game hygiene. Yeah. My understanding is that incubi seduce women and succubi seduce men. Okay. So it's a gendered thing. I'll have to look that up later. But yeah, in the darkness. I felt like I was awake, but even with my eyes open, it was completely dark. What's going on? Was there nothing to see? Or was I in total darkness? Panic and uncertainty ran through my veins. This place, it feels suffocating. How did I get here? What could have happened? Silently, in the deep eternal darkness, I started to sift through my memories. In an instant, terrifying memories flooded my consciousness.
聖者に乗り移るのは初めて。
Did I get possessed by Reika? A shiver coursed through my entire body. My body has been taken over. I've been trapped inside my own consciousness. Let me out! Let me out!
あら、もう目が覚めたのね。
That voice. It was unmistakably Reika's voice. Reika, please let me out.
無理に決まってるじゃない。黙ってそこで見ているのね。
How could this be? My strength faded and I sank to the ground, noticing something like a wall behind me. I touched the wall and looked around, realizing I was in some kind of cramped space. That tightness I felt before. Was it because I've been locked in here? I instinctively knew I was inside my consciousness, trapped by Reika. But where am I now? Did Reika use the elevator? If only I could figure out what's happening. As my thoughts intensified, images began to materialize in my mind. What I saw was a familiar scene. Is that R.I.P? The red hues outside reminded me of the time I rode the elevator with Seiya. Why am I seeing this? As soon as I absentmindedly took my hand off the wall, the images suddenly vanished. Huh? When I touched the wall again, the images began to form faintly. So I'm able to see using this wall. The images were clear, but I was left with a strange, unsettling feeling. It's like seeing with my own eyes, yet it's not from my own perspective. Such a strange sensation. Maybe this was what Reika is seeing right now. Something about that felt right. If so, then I need to keep a close eye on her, figure out what she's up to, and then find a way to get my body back. Fortunately, I could communicate with her. After thinking a bit, I spoke to her. Reika, I can see what you're seeing. This is R.I.P school, right? I kept my tone casual, showing no resistance.
見えるんだ。まあ、見られていても問題ないけど、あなたの言うように、ここは成見ヶ浜高校。あなたの体を使ったら、なんとエレベーターが動いたの。知らないなんて言ってたけど、やっぱり分かってたんだよね。麗華に嘘をつくなんていけないんだ。
I hope it's like I don't know if anybody watched Naruto, but and this is early on. You've had decades to see this episode, but Sakura, one of the main female leads, she ends up like during like one of the exams, she is possessed by another ninja, her rival, but she has such a strong like force of will that she's able to like oust that person from her brain, and it's just, and everybody, like people who are in the know are just like, oh shoot. It's like, ooh, that's not an easy thing to get out of, so it's very funny. Incubi are tops, succubi are bottoms. It's the worst Latin lesson you ever learned. Oh no. I can appreciate the simplification though. She totally saw right through me. She's totally unpredictable and seems to be driven entirely by emotion. Either way, I'd better stray away from saying anything that would be considered a lie. I'm not exactly good at this type of thing, but... Suddenly, Seiya's image popped into my head. Seiya was always relaxed and self-assured. I decided to speak clearly and assertively, emulating his mannerisms. I'm doing a Seiya impression. Just act like Seiya. When faced with a challenge like this one, I refused to back down. I mustered up my confidence and continued my conversation with Reika. Did you have a reason for coming to Narimigahama High School?
違うよ成見ヶ浜の街を思い浮かべたのにどういうわけか学校に着いちゃったの
Yeah, not good at this lying thing, yeah.
しかもさ見てよこの景色これじゃあまるで地獄と変わらないじゃない
Well, yeah. Whenever a living person uses the elevator, it malfunctions and turns their destination into something like the Hidden Realm. Calmly, I told her what Seiya had taught me. She'd caught me lying already, so I figured it was best to act knowledgeable. If I prove useful to her, maybe she won't try and do anything that could hurt me.
あなた詳しいのねそれじゃあ教えてくれる扉が開かないから外に行けなくて困ってるのここから出ないと彼に会えないのに
Good. Looks like she's starting to trust me. But who's the guy she keeps talking about? Although I didn't know who she was planning to meet, it was obvious she was thinking of one specific person. So, there's someone you want to meet?
ほら大好きな彼がいる話したでしょ彼幽霊だったんだ今ねうつしおでレイカのこと待ってるんだよ
Is that so? Now that I know what Reika's after, I should stall for time. Eventually, we'll automatically get sent back to the Ho. Or if Seiya can find us, he might be able to rescue me. If I'm just gonna wait for him to rescue me, maybe I should have just stayed quiet. I'm sorry about all this, Seiya. In that case, we act quick and try to find an exit. I'm not sure how to leave either, but last time I was here, I met a really friendly ghost.
ひどいことしてるのにどうして協力してくれるの
Because once you find your love, you'll set me free, right? I mean, the guy's a ghost. What are you gonna do with my living body?
あなたにも考える頭があったのねさっきは頭悪そうな子だったのに
Well, I guess I didn't come off too great the last time we met at the Ho.
いいよ彼に会えたら解放してあげるでも出る方法がわからないんじゃねあなたを解放するのもまだまだ先になりそう
I wasn't happy about it. I'd rather get rid of her body before we meet him. Last time I was in the school with Seiya, I ran into a number of ghosts. But I've only met them once. Hopefully they'll remember me. If they do, I'm sure they'll be able to tell there's something off about me. Then they'll be able to help. I've met a number of ghosts here before. They were all pretty kind. Maybe one of them knows a way for us to get out of here?
本当にどこにその幽霊はいるの
Where should I go? Alright, we're gonna go to... Probably gonna go to the nurse's office, I'm gonna guess. If Yui's in the nurse's office, she'll definitely sense that something's off. Even though we only spoke briefly, when she sees me here alone, she'll know something's up. I took a deep breath, careful not to give away my thoughts, and tried to steady my heart racing. The nurse's office. There's a really nice ghost there, very kind. Seems she knows a lot. Maybe she might...
わかった保健室ねというか私この学校に詳しくないから道案内してくれる
Yes, of course. As we walked, I explained the way to the nurse's office to Reika.
ちょっと待ってそういえばどうしてあなたは聖者なのに地獄にいたの
It hadn't occurred to me that she might ask me about my situation. I need to think of something fast. I was spirited away. Unable to come up with a more compelling lie, I simply told her the truth.
嘘、本当に神隠しなんてあるんだってそんな不可思議なことすぐに信じられると思う
It's true. The ghost we're going to see in the nurse's office knows all about it too. As a living person, I'm actively seeking a way to return to the real world.
っていうかそれなら外に出る方法なんてその幽霊は知らないんじゃないだってあなた帰れていないんだから
Caught off guard by her harsh tone, I struggled to come up with a reply. My situation's pretty unique. Besides, unlike you, I'm still alive, Reika.
まあそうね私だけ外に出られればいいしそうしたらあなたはお役ごめんだしその保健室の子が外に出る方法を知っていたら早く解放されるね
I hope so, but I can't say for certain she knows a way out.
わかってるって知らなかったとしても怒らないから
Looks like it worked. Still, I feel like I'm at my limit acting like Seiya. Then, just as we were about to reach the nurse's office...
あなた大看守様に頼っているのねあの人超恋愛体質で気持ち悪くない
That's not true. He's actually very sweet. Upset by Reika's suggestion that Seiya was a creep, I found myself blurting out a response.
あなたは彼が好きなんだ趣味悪い
No, man, I don't want to hear that from you. I don't want to hear that from her. Rude. But the lovesick creeps are the easiest to wrap around my little finger. I just barely stopped myself from blurting out a snotty response. No, I've got to stay calm. Upon entering the nurse's office, we found Yui. She was standing by the window, just like before. She turned around and gave me a curious look.
やっぱりあなただったのね。急におかしな空間になったものだから、そうなのではないかと思っていたのよ。それで、要件は何かしら？
要件っていうか、遊びに来ただけだよ。神隠しのせいで精神的に病んじゃってさ。だから今日は息抜き。
Yui tilted her head, confused. Probably because the words sounded nothing like something I'd actually say.
せいやさんはいないの？
忙しいからって一人で行ってきなさいって言われたんだ。
Yui furrowed her eyebrows and shot me a suspicious gaze. It made sense. After all, there's no way Seiya would send me here alone. Reika and Yui team up to prank us.
ねえ、そういえばあなたは外に出たりしないの？
私はあまり外出を好まないから。
そうなんだ。でも変な世界だよね。こういう時って外に出られないのかな？
外に出たいの？
出られるなら久しぶりに成見ヶ浜の街を散歩したいなって。
残念ながら方法はわからないけれど、でも探してみたらどこかに出られるところがあるかもしれない。私は1階を探してみるから、あなたは2階をお願いできる？
わかった。ありがとう。
Then I'm gonna get all my ghost friends to come beat you up. I wonder if Yui is actually going to search. Then I remembered that leaving wasn't possible. When I met Kata Kata and Mary Mary here before, they were complaining about being unable to leave. Maybe she just doesn't know. Or she's just trying to be helpful? Ghost gang violence. No, it's more like Scooby Gang. Reverse Scooby Gang? They're all ghosts? Actually, I'm very tickled by this idea. I have to think about it. Reverse Scooby. But her specifically mentioning the second floor makes me think she's up to something. After leaving the nurse's office, Reika made her way to the central staircase and began ascending.
ああ、空振りか。ま、探してくれるって言うんだからいいかな。
So, you want to check out the second floor, right?
とりあえずはね。あの子は1階を探してくれるみたいだし、使えるものは使わせてもらう。
Whether or not Yui was trying to help, her suggestion helped me stall Reika. I just hope nothing bad happens, and we can get back without any more trouble. Reaching the second floor's peak, I stumbled upon another ghost.
やはりお前だったか。また妙な世界になったから、もしかしてと思っていたんだ。
Katakata. That's Katakata. He's a ghost. We met here before and had a little chat together. There's another ghost, Mary. He's an urban legend. Guess he's not here today. As I quickly shared this information with her, Reika's voice took on a new tone.
へえ、そうだったんだ。
A shiver crept up my spine. It volunteered too much info, mate. Reika? The air felt odd, charged. It was as if the darkness around started to twist, leaving me with a disturbing, uneasy feeling.
おい、どうかしたのか？
なんでもないの。今日はメリーさんは一緒じゃないの？
ああ、今は来ていない。忙しいようでな。何でも危険な女性の霊が現れたと言っていたが。
It's you! It's you!
危険な女性？
ああ、俺も全くわからないんだが、今自分の近くにいると危険かもしれない。しばらくは会いに来ないでくれとまで言われてな。
It wasn't just me. Even Katakata seemed startled by Reika's sudden shift in demeanor.
彼ったら二人きりで会いたいからってそんな風に。
A sense of dread washed over me. I couldn't explain it, but I was sure things were about to get much worse. Reika, what's wrong?
お前、どうしたんだ？
Katakata and I spoke to her almost simultaneously.
あいつと、紅葉と何かあったのか？
そんな人知らない。
Her uncharacteristically low voice sent a chill down my spine. This wasn't the Reika I'd seen before. What am I supposed to do here? What if I'm killed before our time runs out and we're sent back to hell? Suddenly, Katakata grabbed Reika's arm.
お前誰だ？先日と態度も雰囲気も違いすぎる。ええ、別人ですから。
That voice! It's Seiya! Since I couldn't see myself, I wouldn't know until Reika turned around, but I was sure it was Seiya. He came! A mix of guilt, joy, and relief nearly brought tears to my eyes. When Reika finally turned around, I saw Seiya come into my field of view. Just seeing him brought a smile to my face and filled my heart with a warmth.
ちょっとどうしてここだって分かったのよ。
Reika seemed desperate to break free from Kureha's grasp, making my vision shake violently. Despite that, I was able to see as Seiya turned his gaze to Katakata.
それは地獄で裁く予定の罪人なのです。そして私は地獄で死者を裁く者。どういうことだ？彼女は聖者だろう。ええ、体は聖者ですが、今はその罪人に取りつかれているのです。
何言ってるの？取りつかれてなんかいないわよ。ね、信じて。この人から守って。
Ooh, that shit doesn't work if they know each other. They've met their friends. Be like, nah, bitch.
あとはこちらで処理をいたしますので、引き渡していただけますか？一つ約束してほしい。取りつかれている彼女に危害が加わらないことを。
Katakata. We had only spoken once, yet he seemed genuinely concerned for me. Seiya appeared taken aback by his concern, hesitating for a moment before he replied.
私にとっても彼女は大切な人ですから、必ず守ると誓いましょう。
Important to him? I couldn't grasp the full meaning of those words, but they stirred something within me. Why would he say that now?
大切？
それならいい。彼女を頼む。
やだやだやだやだやだ、頼まないでよ。
And with that, Katakata was gone. Then, just as I thought things were calming down,
大看守様、これで私を捕まえた気でいるの？
Reika's triumphant laughter filled the air.
私を傷つければとっても大切な彼女も同じようになるけど、どうする気？
そのような安直な脅しが今さら通用するとでも。
Seiya's smile radiated an unusual confidence. I sure hope he has a plan. Just as I thought about it, I knew Seiya wouldn't come without a strategy.
これではいかがでしょうか。
As he spoke, I felt a sudden shift in my vision. Woo! Let's kiss, baby. I get to kiss. Then he gets a twofer. Creep. Suddenly, Seiya's face drew closer, startling not just Reika, but me as well. Huh? Seiya, what are you doing?
ちょっと近すぎ、気持ち悪い。
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna consummate it, so no. Though I could only see an image of him, I felt as though I could feel his breath on me. Trapped within my consciousness, I shouldn't have been able to feel him, yet somehow, it was as if his warmth was actually reaching through to me.
私はもともとエクソシストではありましたが、霊媒師ではありませんから、霊を体から追い出す正式な方法を知らない。ですから、お許しください。
Oh no. As Seiya's face drew nearer, I could almost predict his next move. Wait, please. Why are you doing this? Even though I knew he couldn't hear me, I found myself yelling, desperate to stop him.
こうするほか、この罪人を体から追い出す手段が思い当たらないのです。
やめて！まだ彼ともキスしたことないのに、あんたの感触が残っちゃうじゃない！
嫌ならその体から出ていけばいいでしょう。
We're gonna get a kiss?
その手には乗らないんだから！ここから出て捕まるくらいなら別にいいもん！ほら、やれば！
Don't say that! Just leave, please!
では。
やだやだやだやだ！嘘、やだ、待って！
He's playing kiss chicken with us.
あんたこの女が大切なんでしょ？好きなんでしょ？勝手にキスしたら怒られるわよ！というか、彼女が嫌がってる声が聞こえてるし！
Chicken. Chicken. Popokin. I never said that. Don't make things up.
嫌われるのは覚悟の上です。
Oh. Ooh, Carrie, I'm so sorry. I don't like that. I don't like that brain tickle. Yeah, that's rough. I guess hopefully they rule that out, because that would be no fun, but I don't know. I guess you gotta be careful, because like if they give you the wrong thing, like let's say it was COVID. If they diagnose you for the wrong thing and they give you a bunch of antibiotics, it's gonna like blast all your like immunity away. Yeah. No fun. Huh?
好きだからこそ、何をしてでも、何と思われようとも守りたいのです。
My heart thudded loudly, and I felt my cheeks warm. I knew the pounding in my chest wasn't from the anticipation of his kiss. It was from the sheer joy of his words.
それでも、あなたを不快な気持ちにさせたくはありません。
Oops, this experimental COVID drug we gave you just exacerbated your diabetes. I don't think like that. Yeah,
目をつむっていてください。
I don't think it goes like that. Hearing Seiya express his concern for me, I shook my head, denying any discomfort. Uncomfortable? I couldn't possibly feel that way. With my hand still pressed against the wall, I continued to watch the scene unfold. Then, just as our lips were about to meet, as the tension in my body vanished, a gentle pressure suddenly brushed my lips. A kiss from the dead. His lips were filled with compassion, and a cool tenderness. I wanted to etch this moment in my memory. It was likely the first and last time it would happen. I'm so drawn to Seiya. The moment I realized these feelings, I felt as though I'd been cast into hell all over again. He's kissing with his eyes open, man. Don't do that. I don't want to fall for someone from another world. Ooh, who got shot? Then almost instantly, a loud explosion rang in my ears. Kind of hot, yeah. The open eye kiss, that's kind of hot. Or that he shot a lady in front of us. Hell yeah, a gun. A hell gun. As Seiya pulled away, he sprinted down the corridor. Rega, chill. You're killing the moment. Yeah. I followed him into the hallway and then... Huh? Turning back around, I saw Reika's frame fading away into nothingness. I'll get you! I'll get you, Seiya! It would be like, triggered it to start up, but I know what's coming eventually. You done goofed, Reika! And with those faint words, Reika vanished into nothingness. No way. No way! Seiya, what happened to Reika? Seiya turned and began examining the spot where Reika had faded before finally facing me again. Don't worry, she's dead now.
魂の消滅。
Oh shoot!
無になったのです。
That is what happened. So, where did she go? Hell. Heller. There's hell, and when you can't go to hell anymore, you go to Heller. And then you go to Hellest.
行き先などありません。どこからも消えたのですから。
I never liked her, and I had hoped that she'd be caught eventually. But she's really totally gone? Filled with shock, all I could do was stand there.
ミスミレイカはそれほどのことをしたのです。あのまま彼女を野放しにしていれば、他の幽霊に被害が及んだでしょう。
Go to Heller! Heller! That was very Medea. Heller! She was that dangerous? My words were aimed at Seiya, but they were also an attempt to reassure myself. Without coming to terms with what had just happened, moving forward seemed impossible.
時間が過ぎるまで、もうしばらくこの学校にいなければなりません。
Unable to meet Seiya's eyes, I merely nodded, my eyes cast downward.
少し場所を変えましょうか。
Yes. Silently trailing Seiya, I soon realized we were in the library. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you and everyone at the home. Words failed me after that. Having received so much help from Seiya, the thought of causing him more trouble, I felt a deep sense of embarrassment and regret, unable to look him in the eye.
謝るのは私の方です。
His voice was filled with remorse.
HO にいれば安全だと慢心して、あなたを一人きりにしてしまいました。危険な状況にさらしてしまい、申し訳ありません。
I mean, I have been kidnapped multiple times on his watch, so maybe he's not really good at this. It was clear from the way he spoke that he was putting all the blame on himself, but he does show up in the nick of time, so there we go. Seiya's expression contorted into one I'd never seen from him before. Seiya's done nothing wrong. I couldn't bear to see him like this, so I decided to and take his hand. Gently grasping Seiya's hand, I noticed his eyes widen with surprise. How can I tell him what I'm feeling? I'm not sure that I can. And so I simply met his gaze and offered him a smile. He's probably putting all the blame on himself, and that's probably because it was all his fault. Yeah. If it wasn't all his fault, he certainly didn't help. I mean, he did help at the end, but like, yeah, a non-zero amount of fault. This might convey how I'm feeling better than any words I have. Seiya looked uneasy, his eyes darting left and right.
あなたには参りました。
Seeing Seiya so flustered, I couldn't help but let out a slight smile.
まったく意地悪な方だ。
Sorry. Seiya's hand tenderly enveloped mine.
こうして触れ合えている今が何よりも嬉しい。
I felt the same way when I saw you. Of course, I felt sorry for troubling you too. But at the same time, my heart was so relieved. I was overcome with joy.
悔い改めなければならないというのにどうしても胸が高鳴る。まったくあなたのせいですよ。
Yes, it certainly seems that way. We continued to chat for a time, our hands never once separating. As we waited to be returned back to hell, Seiya told me everything that had happened. Upon his arrival at school, he ran into Yui, who told him I was acting strange. After meeting with me, she had assumed Seiya would come and went looking for him. She then told him we were on the second floor so he could find me quickly. After hearing this, I asked him if we could stop by the nurse's office to thank Yui, and we did. I wanted to apologize and thank Karakara as well, but we couldn't find him in time. Then, we headed back to hell. After returning to hell, I let Lolli rest in a private room and hired a guard to watch over her.
危険にさらしてしまうとは。
Looking down, I realized I'd nearly crushed the Khalifa flower I'd been holding. This isn't like me at all. Yet somehow, when it came to her, my emotions got the best of me, influencing my thoughts and actions. Like before, I'd allowed myself to get emotional. But in that moment, when she smiled at me, I felt as though all was forgiven.
本当に不思議な人だ。
I caught myself smiling, then snapped out of it. Seems I truly am captivated by her. I shouldn't be daydreaming here. I need to collect more Khalifa flowers. Picking up the blossoms scattered at my feet, I began to wonder what she thought of me. He can have a heart. He's the boss of Ho, so he gets to have one. I then turned to gather some of the flowers that had fallen to a nearby bench. I must ensure she doesn't think poorly of me. My affection grew stronger with each one I picked. By the time my bag was full with flowers, I realized I'd fallen for her.
それもいい。
Would it though? Would it be the end of the world? Who's gonna run hell? After resting for a bit at the Ho, Seiya took me to his house.
HO の施設にいるよりはここの方が安全でしょうから。
Thank you. I really appreciate your concern.
本来であればカリファの近くの方が安らげるのですが。
It's totally fine. Your place feels quite calming, Seiya. Without a doubt, the Khalifa tree did seem to calm the hellish atmosphere here. Oh, did I tell y'all? My neighbor, I bumped into my neighbor and they're like, hey, Lolli. And I was like, hey. And they're just like, hey, do you like plants? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, I have too many. You can have this avocado, like a sapling plant? Yeah. Anyways, it's a sprig for an avocado tree. So I'm very excited. I don't know if I'll keep it alive, but I'll do my best. Yeah. But I thought that was very nice of my neighbor, so I'm looking forward to it. It needs a lot of sun, is what I read. And it's tropical, so it's not gonna like the cold. So I need to make sure it's in a easy to move like pot so that I can bring it inside. So without a doubt, the Khalifa tree did seem to calm the hellish atmosphere here. But in truth, I felt more at ease staying at Seiya's place. Reminds you of how your mom used to get free lemons from the lemon tree at your aunt's house before they moved? Aw, that's nice.
そのようなことを言われると、私自身もあなたの安らぎの一部になれたのかと勘違いしてしまいそうですね。
Actually, that's true, but it's just too embarrassing to say it out loud.
早く否定しないと勘違いしたままでいますが、それでも
I think it's fine just as it is. I wondered what he would say next and waited. Yet he remained silent. When I turned my gaze back to Seiya, I found him blushing, frozen. Seiya?
ああ、すみません。少々妄想の果てへ旅立っていました。
He seemed to do that a lot. Seiya composed himself with a cough and took out a large bag.
こんなものを用意させていただきました。
I'm gonna just douse you in petals because you cannot seem to keep yourself out of trouble. What is it? As he slowly opened the bag and turned it upside down, flower petals scattered. There's a typo. He opened the back. As a child, you had a peach tree and 2 plum trees. Ooh, plum tree! Unfortunately, your neighbors lived too far away to share, and the deer ate all the peaches. Aw, man! Toss petals on him like spritzing a misbehaving pet with a water bottle. Or it's like a wedding. It's like, congratulations! Are these Khalifa petals? I could feel their fragrance filling the room, purifying the air and calming my heart.
いかがですか？これで幾分かは気分もよろしいかと。
Eat the petals. Bathe in the petals. Make an angel on the petals. I can't believe he picked all these for me. Thank you so much. Despite being so busy, you still did all this. It's fine. I was just sweeping. It's all from the dustpan, so there's probably like specks of like dust and like bugs. As I spoke, a realization dawned on me. Yeah, there you go. I've been feeling fine. Right. You have work to do. I'm sorry for keeping you. Please don't mind me.
まさか仕事に戻れと？
I just feel bad. I feel like I might be getting in your way. That's all.
何をバカなことを言っているのですか？
あんたバカ？
今回はイレギュラーだとしても、あなたは悪魔に狙われているのですよ。あれがいつあなたをさらいに来るかわからないというのに、一人にはさせられません。
Seems like Seiya's more protective than ever. But I've been reckless as well. Then Seiya gathered a handful of Khalifa petals, carrying them over to the bed, and spread them out. Oh, here we go! Surrounded by perverts, you manifested something. All right. We're gonna get our kiss plus.
あなたもこちらへ来てください。そろそろ休んだ方がいいでしょうから。
Hearing that, I moved hesitantly toward the bed.
さあ、ベッドに入ってください。あなたが目覚めるまでそばにいますから。
Right, do we think Seiya's big spoon or little spoon? climbed into the bed adorned with Khalifa flowers. Feeling Seiya's gaze on me, I felt embarrassed to lie down in front of him.
悪夢を見るのが怖いのですか？大丈夫です。心を強く持てば。
It's not just that, but the nightmares Minami brought me were frightening. And the terrible feeling these dreams brought was awful, but that wasn't the reason I couldn't sleep. Just having Seiya by my side makes my heart race.
ぼんやりしてどうしたのですか？
Do I have to sleep with Seiya watching over me like this? It's because of you. He wants to be Big Spoon, but he would not be able to stand up to us if he decided to be this Big Spoon. It's because of you. I fixed my gaze intently on Seiya. Seiya seemed to notice my stare and smiled back at me contentedly.
まさかあなたにそのような顔をされる日が来るとは。
How can he stay so composed? He hasn't even mentioned the kiss. Seiya, are you used to doing things like that?
ああいうこと？
Things like what? I mean, girl, I work at the Ho. I'm not the boss of Ho for no reason.
ああ、キスですか。慣れている、慣れていないではなく、仕事ですから割り切っています。
Oh, I'm such an idiot. After causing him so much trouble, what am I even thinking? I just assumed it meant something, and I figured he must have felt the same. I should just forget all about this.
まあ、寸前で止めるつもりではいたのですがね。そこまですれば、あれが出ていくのは予測していましたから。
Huh? Wait, does that mean... Did the kiss mean something to him?
私は変態のメンヘラですから、利用できるものはします。
Scoundrel. I haven't thought about that word in a while. He is a scoundrel. That's not what I meant. I just want to know.
では、仕切り直しますか？今度は完全なるプライベートで愛を込めて。
Yeah, thanks so much, Carrie. No, I appreciate it. And yes, save your battery, for things that you need to take care of. I hope it goes well. I hope you feel a lot better soon. Yeah. That rapscallion. No, I refuse. I'm done talking about this. But even as I protested, I'm actually thrilled by him.
からかいすぎました。あなたが怒る様が可愛らしくて、つい。
How much of that just now was serious and how much was he joking? Whatever the case, he always ended up toying with me, and that was truly frustrating.
これ以上お話ししていると、あなたの睡眠の妨げになるでしょうから、そろそろ静かにしましょう。
Goes toki toki, toki toki. Seiya then fell silent, picked up a book from beside the bed, and began quietly reading it. His expression settled into a calm stillness, clearly signaling he was done talking for now. I felt a tinge of loneliness, but knew it was best to get some rest. I stared up at the ceiling, waiting for sleep to come. Ooh, okay. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? As she rested, I planned to lose myself in this book, and yet, even as I read the lines, my thoughts kept drifting to her lying nearby. Surely it was because of what she said. She hinted that my presence was comforting to her. Does Lolli have any idea how much that means to me? I glanced up from the book and found her still awake, staring at the ceiling. Should I say something? No, I shouldn't disturb her rest. What's Seiya gonna say? I returned my attention back to the book, but the memory of our kiss distracted me. Seems I'm quite distracted today. If I had another chance, I'd like to kiss her again. this time gazing into her eyes to see if she feels the same way about me. Ew. Stare. Staring contest while we kiss. I can't sleep. When I glanced over at Seiya, he seemed deeply absorbed in his book, not even sparing me a glance. But in all reality, the book is upside down. He's been trying to read the same line over and over again. Edward Cullen intensifies. He normally watched me intently, but not today. It made me feel oddly lonely. Seiya? When I called out to him, he looked up, and naturally our eyes met. Just locking eyes with him sent my heart fluttering, and I felt a surge of joy rush through me. Never mind. The book has conspicuous eye holes in it. Yeah. I'd like to talk a little more. It wasn't that I was scared to sleep, nor was it that I wasn't sleepy. I just wanted to hear his voice a little longer.
そのように可愛らしくお願いされては仕方ありませんね。あなたには甘くなっていけない。
Saying that, he placed his book on the nearby table and turned to face me.
それでは、あなたが眠くなるように、あなたの進路相談の話でもしましょうか。
Trust me, that'll just keep me awake.
冗談です。では、そうですね。昔話なんてどうですか？
It was the first time Seiya offered to tell me more about himself. All I knew at that point was that he carried two major regrets from his life. The first was about Yui, but I wonder if he'll tell me the second. But is that really all right? When Seiya spoke of himself, his aura seemed to subtly shift. He always seemed troubled. If it was painful for him, I didn't want him talking about his past just for my sake. But to my surprise, Seiya smiled.
あなたに知ってほしいと思ってしまったのです。私を受け入れてほしいのかもしれない。
I was eager to learn more about him, but realizing he wanted me to learn about him as well filled me with unexpected joy. Seiya looked up and stared off into the distance. His eyes seemed to flicker with the events long past. Then, as if deciding to bring those past shadows to light, he drew a small breath.
これは私が聖者の頃のお話。
Ooh, that's a good cliffhanger, actually. Nice, we got 2 chapters tonight. All right, covering some ground. That first one was just so short, so I'm glad. Yay! Okay, I'm just gonna save here. Ta-da! Oh, 2 whole chapters. Yep. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope y'all had fun. It was good to chat and catch up with y'all. Yes, my next stream is tomorrow's Study Buddies lunch at its normal time, 11 a.m. Central Time. So, yeah, hopefully you have to work during the Sunday. Yep, gotcha. I understand. So, but yeah. Yeah. We'll hope to, we'll be happy to see you when we do see you. So, yeah. Well, all right. Thank you so much, Green Yoshi. Appreciate it. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good rest of your week. Happy Friday tomorrow. Get ready for the weekend. But yeah, I'll hope to see you again soon. Tatsuo, thank you so much. Yeah. Night-night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.